Assalamualaikum guys, I hope you're all doing well. I recently hit 1000 subscribers on YouTube, so I thought finally I would film a video that you guys really always want to watch, which is an advice video. So I asked you on Instagram to send me your questions and I'm just going to answer them here. Let's get started. Okay, this is a juicy one. What to do if someone you're in a relationship with has problems convincing his parent? Depends on how long the relationship has been, how long they've been trying to convince their parents, and also how much of a stand they are willing to take and how much time you want to give them. I would say don't just be fooled by someone, because a lot of people use this as an excuse as well, unfortunately, कि हाँ हम बना रहे हैं, हम ये को मना रहे हैं, but ऐसा कोई मसला होता नहीं है, and suddenly one day they're engaged to their cousin or something. So just be wise, give them time to talk to their parents, but also keep your eyes and ears open, and if you feel like they're not being 100% honest, trust your gut. We will ignore my hair, pretend this is not going on, because I can't control this now. Actually I can, wait. I think this is fine, whatever goes on in the back is fine. Okay, how to confront a male friend when he's getting too touchy in a constructive way. Okay, the first thing you have to remember is if someone is breaking your boundaries, you don't have to worry about being nice. So don't think if I tell him not to be too touchy, वो mind कर जाएगा, हमारी दोस्ती पे असर पड़ेगा. So be very direct, be very clear, say hey, next time that they do this, say hey, I don't like being touched in this manner, please don't do it again. Be very firm, and hopefully they won't do it again. If they're a rational, understanding person, there should be no drama around this, because everyone has their own boundaries. Lots of shadi questions. I think everyone thinks I'm an expert now somehow. How to propose a guy who's ready for marriage but thinks girl isn't ready for it? Okay, this is another one of those things where we don't know if the guy is using this as an excuse or genuinely he thinks the girl is not ready. So I would say it's 2021, it's time to shatter some gender roles. Why don't you propose, and let's see how he reacts. अगर तो वो वाकई ready है, तो he will say okay fine, let's get married, it's very exciting, and that's amazing. If he's actually not ready and he's using you as an excuse, then of course वो कोई बहाने बनाएंगे, dilly dally करेंगे, and that's when you know that this guy was bullshitting. How to have a healthy relationship with annoying/interfering in-laws when you're living in the same house? You can't. See, the thing is, to have a healthy relationship, both parties should want to have a healthy relationship, right? अगर एक बंदा दूसरे की boundaries को violate कर रहा है, उनको disrespect कर रहा है, उनको तंग कर रहा है, तो they're not interested in having a healthy relationship, and in that scenario, the best thing would be to just avoid them. My advice would be, if possible, do try to move out. If you can't move out, at least try to still maintain your physical boundaries. So stick to your room as much as possible. When you do go out, remain polite. But if someone, if you don't like interacting with a certain person because वो आपको irritate करते हैं, आपकी ज़िंदगी में interfere करते हैं, आपको disrespect करते हैं, you don't have to be the nicest person to them. And keep in mind, you can't be best friends with everyone in life. And I would say, when you live with them, just try to lower your expectations as well, because by setting very high expectations, you're only setting yourself up for disappointment. Communicate once or twice, but we all know कि कुछ लोगों पे किसी भी बात का कोई असर नहीं पड़ता और आपको उनके हाल पे छोड़ देना पड़ता है. Dealing with homesickness in another country. This is one I really struggle with myself as well. I wish I had great advice to give, और उससे आपकी homesickness चली जाती है. ऐसा मेरे ओपिनियन में नहीं होता. I do still get homesick, and there are days, especially when it's cold and rainy and miserable, there are days when I miss home and I cry. Most of my friends have days where they just sit and cry when they miss home. So just remember, this is very very normal. जब आप family से दूर होते हैं, especially during a pandemic, it's very normal to feel this way. Don't judge yourself too harshly for missing home. At the same time, try to focus on your life in the city that you're in. I try to spend a lot of time with my friends. I try to do activities on my own. I try to keep myself occupied with this blog, and so that way I don't have a lot of free time at hand to think about घर पे ये हो रहा होगा, घर पे वो हो रहा होगा. Maybe in 10-15 years we'll get used to it, who knows, but for me it's so far I'm not there. how to get over a BFF breakup and what if you're emotionally stuck. I think BFF means best friend breakup. If you're asking about that, I have had 2 of those and man, those hurt a lot. एक तो मेरा मसला ये है कि मेरा बेस्ट फ्रेंड ब्रेकअप के बाद I fixate on that person a lot and I not anymore, I used to talk about them a lot कि दूसरे दोस्तों से पता है उसने ये किया, I wonder what she's doing now, I would follow them on social media, see what they're up to. Those are all bad ideas. I think it's important to give yourself a clean break. जब आपकी दोस्ती ख़त्म हो गई है उनको सोशल मीडिया से भी हटा दें, उनको अपने जहन से भी निकालने की कोशिश करें. Try to move on in your life, make new friends, find new hobbies. And I know that it really hurts, and with all breakups, time is the best healer. It's not the end of your life. Move on with your life, and over time आहिस्ता आहिस्ता आपको emotionally you will stop needing them and you will find other emotional support. Husband and wife financial issues, please share the importance of having separate finances. My answer will be very controversial to this because I don't think कि ज़रूरी है आपके finances separate हों. My parents both used to work and they both had their own bank accounts obviously जहाँ पे salaries जाती हैं, but it was never like my money or your money. आई रिमेंबर जैसे जब मैं कॉलेज में पढ़ती थी तो किसी एक की ज़िम्मेदारी नहीं थी मुझे मेरी पॉकेट मनी भेजना. मैं अम्मी को फ़ोन करती थी तो वो भेज देती थी, अगले महीने में अब्बू से मेरी जल्दी बात हो जाती थी तो वो भेज देते थे. देयर वाज नेवर अ फिक्स्ड डिमार्केशन एंड आई ग्रू अप सीइंग दैट एंड इट सीम टू रियली वर्क फॉर देम. सो इट वाज वेरी नॉर्मल फॉर मी व्हेन आई गॉट मैरिड टू थिंक ऑफ माई हस्बैंड्स इनकम as my money, and also anything that I earn I am very happy to just put in a joint account. Of course every relationship is different, and you know कि आपके partner कितने financially controlling हैं, and how much trust you have between each other. So something that will vary from relationship to relationship, but if I'm being 100% honest, I never saw this happen in my house. In many relationships that's not a good idea when a partner is financially controlling. जब उनको लगता है कि ये मेरे पैसे हैं या वो आपको बताते हैं कि इन पैसों को ऐसे खर्चो या तुम्हें इतने पैसे मिलेंगे, I think then this is not a viable solution. And the most asked question as always was, do you live alone? Where is your husband? Why don't you live with him? Why is he not on social media? Guys, those are not advice questions. I will answer them maybe in another video. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you sent in a question, thank you so much for sending in questions. If you like this video and would like to see part 2, leave a question down below and like the video. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe yet. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. बालों का क्या सीन है भाई.